I'm sure you can guess, I don't care for politics. But man, anytime I see politics in films and series, I am always blown away by it and it always intrigues me so much. And I always hope and pray that the way politics is portrayed in films and series is not the way it is in real life. Because if it is the way it is portrayed in series that it is in real life, man, that is one screwed up game. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I want to talk about war, wrath, and revenge, a Sons of the Caliphate story. When the Sons of the Caliphate series came out, I did not see it, and to be honest, I wasn't even aware about the show existing. But I saw this series, I saw the poster of it. I think I saw it on Netflix some time ago when they were still advertising that it was going to come out. I saw the poster of it, and I was blown away by the poster. The poster looked so good. I mean, look at this poster now. Just look at it. Like, it is so brilliant. The fact that the three of them are standing in front of the mirror and smiling in the mirror, but still holding a knife at their back was something that was just so fascinating to me. And when I saw that poster, like, I was hooked. I knew, okay, I have to see this show. For a poster to be this intriguing, the show has to deliver on that same level of intrigue. And man, I was so excited and eagerly waiting to see this show. And yet today I finally got to see it. I binged the whole show, and honestly, this film did not live up to my expectation. The series follows the stories of some politicians that are vying to become the governor and emir and powerful people in northern states, and just unravels from there on. And although I said this film did not blow me away, there are some things that I really liked about it. For instance, the theme song of this show was fantastic. Like, anytime I heard the theme song, it always puts me in the mood for the show. Like, it was so catchy, maybe not catchy, but it was so intriguing. There was something they did with the theme song that gave me goosebumps every time I heard it. It felt so iconic, so epic, and so grand. The theme song worked so well for it, and it was like something that just prepared my mind for the show, and it made me feel like, okay, I am entering a different world. It's kind of like the theme song of Game of Thrones. Like, I'm not comparing the two, but I'm just saying the theme song of Game of Thrones, it prepares you for that world. Like, when you hear the theme song of Game of Thrones, okay, set your mind like, okay, I'm back into Westeros. I'm going into this crazy world. That theme song prepares your mind, and that's how the theme song in this series works. It prepares your mind for the grand or the craziness of this world, and it was something that I really loved. Another thing I loved about this series was the cinematography. The way it was shot, like, it lets you know that, okay, I'm watching a series that is dark. I'm watching a series that is brutal and cutthroat, that any kind of thing can happen, any kind of craziness can happen. And I love that the cinematograph just worked with the story. The director and the cinematographers just did a fantastic job portraying those images on the screen. And every time I saw the cinematography, I was just like, wow, this world just feels so dark. There was something about it that just made me feel like, man, this world is a very dark world. And it just works with the aesthetic of the film, and it works brilliantly with it. Another thing I loved about this show was that they were speaking Hausa. I love that. Like, I don't think I've seen a show or a series or a Nigerian film where they speak Hausa like so much. But because it's based in the north, it's expected that these people speak the Hausa language. And when I saw them speaking the Hausa language, although I didn't understand the Hausa language, I was just reading subtitles. But it was just so fascinating to me hearing them speak Hausa. Like, there's some scenes where they just spoke Hausa throughout, and there's some scenes where they spoke English. But just hearing those Hausa made me get more into the story. It felt much more immersive. Like, it felt like this is a real story. Like, it felt so realistic. Like, I was in that place. I was in that moment. Like, it was just so immersive. It was immersive hearing them speak the local language, and it worked so well with this film. Like, if they had spoken only English throughout, it's not have hit as hard as it would if they are speaking the Hausa. And the fact that they were speaking the Hausa just made it hit so much harder, and it gave me a massive experience. The major characters in this film, their performances were spectacular. Like, all of them nailed it. And the fact that they were speaking Hausa just made their performances much more better. And their performances together in this film was incredible. The major characters, that is. But the minor characters, some of the minor characters, their acting wasn't as convincing, and it made me get out of the experience. Unfortunately, those minor characters weren't seen much in the series, so it can easily be forgiven. But those major characters that were in the film throughout, man, their performances were incredible, and they all did spectacular jobs. And the politicking in this series was intriguing. I was so into it. Like I said in the intro of this video, when I see politics in series or films, it always intrigues me. And it intrigued me so much in this film. Seeing what these politicians were doing, all the games that they were playing, like, wow, it was very fascinating to me, and I so much enjoyed it. But as much as I enjoyed the politics, the story overall did not hook me as I'd have liked. I was expecting this series to blow me out of the water. Because of that image I saw, the poster was so intriguing. Like, when you see a poster like this, like, it should blow your mind. I don't know about you, but it blew my mind seeing this poster, and I loved it so much. And that was why I was expecting this show to also blow my mind. Not that the story wasn't good, it was good, it was interesting enough, but it wasn't as compelling as I would have liked. I wanted this series to blow me away, like blow me away from planet Earth, but it didn't do that. And I guess it's because I had so much expectations for it. If any other person goes into this film not having as much expectations as I did, I'm sure they would have enjoyed it so much. But why I didn't enjoy it as much was because my expectations were already so high, and it did not live up to my expectations. And there were some unnecessary plot points in the story. There were some scenes where I was like, I don't think this scene is adding anything to it. And I was right because I kept those scenes in my mind and I was waiting for the filmmakers to give me a reason why these plots or these scenes were in this film. And till the end, I did not get any reason for seeing all those plots or seeing those scenes. So it was like they could have just cut some scenes and the story would still have stood without any hindrance. But those scenes just made the film drag for a while and not really add anything to the story. So it was another thing that just took me out of the experience. One thing I appreciate about this show was that it stood on its own very well as a spin-off. Like some spin-offs are always reliant on the other series or the original series to tell their stories. Although there were some points where I was confused and I was like, they're talking about some things that happened in the original series that I did not watch. So I was like, okay, I don't understand what people are talking about. But there are some instances like that, but it wasn't much. It was like maybe in a few scenes that those things happen. And it's not like it was weighing on the overall story. You just know that there are some people that were existing in the original series that are not in this series and they refer to them once in a while. But it did not hinder the series. The series still stood on its own very well as a spin-off. And that was something I appreciated because it's not easy to make a spin-off and have it stand on its own without relying on the brilliance or the success of the original show. And that was something that this series did very well, and I really appreciated that. Overall, this series was an enjoyable experience. Although it didn't blow my mind, like I said, I had so much expectations, so it did not live up to that expectation. But nonetheless, it was still a good story. It was told in a very intriguing way. The cinematography was so good. The politicking was very intriguing. The music, the theme song, wow, it was incredible. All those things came together, and the performances from the actors, everything worked brilliantly together. If you are someone that does not have expectations going into this film, I am sure you're going to enjoy it. Like I said, I had so much expectations, and it did not meet up to my expectations. But apart from that, I recommend this series to anybody that's a fan of politics and politics in general. Watch this show. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. So, have you guys seen War, Wrath, and Revenge? What do you think about it? Comment below and let me know. Is this your first time on my channel? My nigga, now new year we day, my nigga. Now new year we day. Why you never subscribe? Why? Yeah, subscribe now. Start this new year on the right note and subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.